Can a hero truly fall? Can someone who has always stood for justice and righteousness be brought to their knees by the forces of darkness? Can the champion of justice succumb to the whispers of darkness? Can the light within be extinguished by the shadows that lurk in the corners of our world? The answer, as we've learned from the tragic saga of Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, is a resounding yes. Her journey from a celebrated hero to a figure shrouded in mystery and fear is a tale that echoes through the ages. The once celebrated lawyer and defender of the innocent now stands accused, shrouded in whispers of witchcraft and villainy. How did she, who once fought for justice, end up in such a dire situation? How did the Emerald Giantess fall so far? What events led to her tragic downfall, and what role did dark forces play in her transformation? What insidious force could corrupt a spirit so strong, so unwavering in its commitment to justice? Was it a single moment of weakness, or a gradual descent into darkness? This is the story of She-Hulk's descent, a chilling chronicle of magic, manipulation, and the struggle for a soul. It is a tale of how even the mightiest can be brought low by the unseen forces that seek to control them. It is a tale that will challenge everything you thought you knew about heroes and villains, about the nature of power and the seductive allure of the dark side. It will make you question the very essence of what it means to be a hero. It is a story that must be told, a story that will resonate with anyone who has ever faced their own inner demons. This is the tale of the Emerald Enchantress and her fall from grace. Jennifer's transformation wasn't a sudden eruption, but a slow, insidious poisoning of her spirit. It crept in like a shadow, unnoticed at first, but growing stronger with each passing day. It began subtly with whispers in the night, soft and almost soothing, yet carrying a sinister undertone that made her skin crawl. Unsettling dreams filled with ancient symbols and arcane whispers. These dreams were not just figments of her imagination, but felt like messages from another realm. Her strength, once a source of pride, began to feel like a burden, a raging beast she struggled to contain. Every feat of power came with a price, a piece of her soul chipped away. Then came the visions, flickering images of forgotten rituals, of powerful beings offering forbidden knowledge and unimaginable power. These visions were vivid, almost tangible, as if she could reach out and touch the ancient scrolls and artifacts. These entities, dwellers in the shadowy corners of reality, saw in She-Hulk a vessel, a conduit for their ancient magic. They were not mere phantoms, but beings of immense power and dark intent. They whispered promises of control, of transcending the limitations of her dual nature. Their voices were seductive, promising her the world and more. All they asked for in return was everything. Her freedom, her will, her very essence. The price of power was steep, and the seeds of darkness had been sown deep within her. The line between hero and villain blurred as the once clear distinction faded into a murky grey. Jennifer's rage, once a tool she wielded against injustice, now consumed her entirely. Her anger, which had been a force for good, began to twist and turn, morphing into something dark and uncontrollable. It became a weapon she turned on anyone who stood in her way, friend or foe. The power she once used to protect now brought only destruction and fear. Her emerald skin took on a sickly purplish hue, a visual testament to the corruption within. The transformation was not just physical, but deeply psychological, her eyes burning with an unholy fire, reflecting the turmoil and chaos that raged inside her. They were windows to a soul that had lost its way. The world watched in horror as the champion they once cheered transformed into something monstrous, something terrifyingly powerful. The transformation was a spectacle of dread, a nightmare unfolding before their eyes. Cities crumbled before her might, entire landscapes altered by her wrath. The destruction was widespread, leaving nothing but ruins in her wake. Heroes who once stood by her side now found themselves on the defensive, struggling to contain the chaos she unleashed. Their unity was tested as they faced a foe who was once their ally, their combined strength barely enough to hold back the Jade Witch's fury. The battle was intense, a clash of titans with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. The world held its breath, wondering if anything could stop her, if there was any hope left. The suspense was palpable, a collective anxiety gripping the hearts of millions, if the hero they once knew could ever be redeemed. The question lingered, a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness, as they watched and waited for a miracle. Is this the end of She-Hulk? Has the Emerald Giantess truly fallen prey to the whispers of darkness? Or is there a glimmer of hope, a flicker of the woman she once was, buried beneath the rage and magic? The answers, my friends, lie in the future. The battle for Jennifer Walters' soul is far from over. The time has come for us to choose a side. Will you stand with the heroes who seek to redeem her? Or will you watch in fear and apathy as the Jade Witch reshapes the world in her image? The fate of She-Hulk, and perhaps the world, hangs in the balance.